welcome back to Jay vs. Horror. I'm your host, Jay Wall, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the 2020 horror remake, Castle Freak. The film is directed by Tate Steinsiek and written by Kathy Charles. It stars Jake Horowitz, Emily Sweet, and Kika Magalhaes. Now, the film follows a young woman who inherits an Albanian castle and all the bloodthirsty creatures inside of it. That's the line they give you from IMDb. But there's more to the story than that, and it does share many elements with the 1995 straight to video release from Stuart Gordon. The film starts off with a couple who are partying with their friends, and then they have a severe car accident which leaves the young woman blind. Now, we flash forward and we see that the young woman has inherited this Albanian castle and that the boyfriend is still with her, and they go to check it out together. Now, there's some tension between the couple here because the boyfriend was messed up when he had this wreck. She was messed up too, though, so she doesn't hold it too far against him. She only asks that they stop that lifestyle, that there is no more partying, no more drugs, no more alcohol, that kind of thing. So that was an element that was kind of in the original, the accident that caused the daughter to be blind, and also the partying lifestyle of the dad. But here there's no kid, it's just this couple, and so they basically embark on this adventure of trying to fill out this castle and see if they can sell it, maybe get a windfall out of this inheritance. The boyfriend character here is pretty much a douchebag. He goes around behind her back and tries to make deals. He insults her intelligence by telling her things are different colors or things are different places in the castle, and knowing that she's blind, he feels like she can't tell the difference. So yeah, he's kind of an asshole right from the get-go, and it doesn't get much better because then he invites a bunch of their friends from America to show up and help them, move the furniture out and sell different things and whatever. Really, I think he just invited them there to party. He promises her that they're not going to bring any drugs, but that's a lie, and I'm pretty sure he knew that, or at least in the back of his mind assumed that these friends would bring drugs. He also tries to get a hold of some drugs himself and deals with a kind of shady drug dealer here. Now, the film is pretty slow. The first hour especially is really slow, and it's all build up, and it's all about this woman trying to discover her past and what's taking place at this castle. She believes pretty early on that there is someone hiding inside the castle in the walls, but she is repeatedly gaslighted by her boyfriend, who just tells her not to worry, that she's hearing things, it's all from the accident. So then the friends show up, and after the friends show up, we've already seen one person go missing. The drug dealer who hung around the house, he wanted to shoot up inside the castle because he thought that was super cool. But he goes missing, and then after that, we see the friends show up, and it takes a little while to set this up again because, you can't just have them show up and start picking them off one by one. So there's a little bit of character development here with the friends. We meet the professor and a few other people. Of course, there is a blonde girl who shows up who's super into the boyfriend and starts trying to seduce him right from the beginning, and he doesn't really try to fight back too hard. There's some crazy stuff in this movie, but it's just spread out all over the place in the movie. There's no continuous action, there's no continuous gore and stuff like that. There's just a few scenes here and there, and they are mostly packed towards the back. But I will say this, there are some interesting scenes in this movie that I have not seen in other things, especially when it comes to sex and masturbation and things like that. Yeah, there's some really, really interesting scenes in this movie. One of the things that I found to be quite different than the original is they really try to work the H.P. Lovecraft angle into this a lot harder than the previous film did. And they talk about the Necronomicon, they talk about Cthulhu, and there is even a remarkably fun scene at the very end of this film. Now, when the credits hit, guys, even if you didn't enjoy the film as much as you'd like to, don't turn it off because there is a really fun scene buried in the end credits that you won't forget. It's probably the best scene in the entire film. Now, as far as the score, I'm going to give Castle Freak 5.5 out of 10. I wanted to give it 6 out of 10, but it just needed a little more than what it showed me. It's almost painfully slow for the first hour of the film, and then it tends to speed up and slow back down. So you're waiting for more and more to happen, and you're looking at the runtime, and you're wondering, what else could possibly happen in this amount of time, especially that last 20 minutes. They did manage to put some new and interesting ideas in here, and they upped the game with the H.P. Lovecraft material. So, yeah, all in all, guys, it's 5.5 out of 10 for me. That's about the highest I can go. I wanted to go higher just because I love Castle Freak, the original. I wanted this to be really good, but all in all, I can't say it's much better than the original. If it's any better than the original, for me, it's not. I mean, for me, the original is at least a 6.5 to 7 out of 10 film, and this one falls short quite a bit compared to that. But it was a good effort, and there are some interesting ideas in here, and there's at least a couple scenes of gore and weird sex stuff that make it worth watching. So yeah, check it out. It's on Shudder right now, guys. We're gonna leave you with the trailer for Castle Freak, and we will talk to you the next time we've got something worth talking about. Bye.
Hey, how long till we get there, man?
Just a few more miles.
I've never seen anything like this.
Welcome to Waitley Castle.
This was my mother's house.
Yes. Now the castle is yours to do with as you wish.
Life here can really be surprising in ways you cannot imagine.
This is a Necronomicon. It dates back to the Middle Ages. Listen to this. There's monstrous creatures who once ruled over the earth. There's a prophecy that the old ones will return to this world and cast it into eternal darkness.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
There's someone living in the walls of this castle.
What the hell? The mirrors are all broken.
Whatever's hiding in the walls, I think it lives here.
That castle is filled with evil. And now, all hope is lost.